Kim Kardashian is finally speaking out on her favorite brand, Balenciaga, and their disturbing campaign with children, but it looks like Kim just made the whole thing even worse. Meanwhile, Kanye has also weighed in on the Balenciaga controversy, and he revealed exactly why Kim and other celebs are refusing to cut ties with the problematic fashion brand. Kanye West said, as far as none of the celebrities, so this just shows you all celebrities are controlled. Seeing those celebrities talking about the Balenciaga situation. On top of that, internet sleuths have discovered a lot of new creepy details about Balenciaga, and it turns out this situation is way worse than anyone imagined. Buckle up, because this rabbit hole runs deep and the story is very disturbing. In case you somehow missed the huge scandal that's currently rocking the fashion world, the celeb favorite luxury fashion house Balenciaga is facing major backlash over a controversial ad campaign featuring children. In early November, Balenciaga shared new photos from their gift shop ad campaign on Instagram, and to say these photos were disturbing would be a huge understatement. The ad campaign showed children holding teddy bears dressed in bondage surrounded by candles, creepy-looking toys, empty wine glasses, and Balenciaga accessories. But this was just the tip of the iceberg. After the ad campaign went viral, fans on social media quickly noticed that there were a lot more sinister symbols hidden in the photos. For example, one photo showed a children's drawing of a demon in the background, and on the floor there's a roll of Balenciaga yellow caution tape that Kim famously wore in her outfit back in March. But take a look at the yellow tape in her photo again. Balenciaga is misspelled with 2 A's, showing the word Baal. And in Christian demonology, Baal is one of the 7 princes of hell and the primary enemy of the Hebrew god. Now, you may think this is just a coincidence and the name Balenciaga was misspelled by accident, but wait till you hear what else is lurking in Balenciaga's recent ad campaigns. Another campaign the Balenciaga did, their collaboration with Adidas, showed the new Balenciaga and Adidas hourglass handbag resting on a table covered by some papers. But those weren't just papers. They were actually the court papers from the 2008 Supreme Court case United States versus Williams. And here's what the court case was all about. Here are the facts about the US versus Michael Williams. Michael was in a chat room under the name of Lisa in Miami. He then starts up a conversation with another individual who was actually a Secret Service agent, where he ultimately sent a link containing 7 photos of child. You get it. From there, the Secret Service agent got a search warrant. They stormed the house and recovered 2 hard drives of child. Who was arrested and charged under the congressional statute banning the solicitation or the pandering of child. So the challenge is as follows. Michael argued that banning the solicitation, just asking for child P, was an unconsensual restriction of his First Amendment right. Well, we all know the First Amendment protects freedom of speech, but it's not absolute. An obvious example, screaming fire in a crowded movie theater. The question, is this an unconstitutional restriction on Michael's First Amendment of free speech? The Supreme Court held, thank God, that the Congressional Act was not overboard. Now, no matter how you try to rationalize this, there's simply no logical explanation why Balenciaga or any other designer for that matter would include these specific court papers to their ad campaign. But let's take a look at another equally disturbing campaign from Balenciaga. One recently deleted photo Balenciaga shared on their Instagram feed showed a redhead woman sitting in an office chair with her feet on the desk. At first glance, there's nothing weird or creepy about this photo. It just looks like any high-end fashion campaign. But let's zoom in on the pile of books in the background. One of the books is Fired from the Sun by Belgian painter and filmmaker Michael Boorman. Now listen to how David Warner Brooks, the publisher of Fire from the Sun, describes this book on their official website. Fire from the Sun highlight Michael Borman's new work, which features toddlers engaging in playful but mysterious acts with sinister overtones and insinuations of violence. The description further states that Borman's art often surprises and sometimes disturbs the viewer. And in this series of his work, children are presented alone or in groups against a studio-like backdrop that negates a time and space. And then when you Google Borman's painting from the Fire from the Sun, the whole thing gets even creepier. So again, why would Balenciaga include this specific book in the same campaign featuring court papers from the Supreme Court ruling aimed at protecting children? There are so many disturbing details about Balenciaga, and it just gets creepier and creepier the deeper you go. As for Balenciaga's reaction to this controversy, they've now completely wiped their Instagram clean and deleted their Twitter account. Balenciaga also issued a statement apologizing for the recent campaign featuring children and blamed it all on the photographer who shot the campaign, Gabrielle Galimberti. We sincerely apologize for any offense our holiday campaign may have caused, the statement read. Our plush bear bags should not have been featured with children in this campaign. We have immediately removed the campaign from all platforms. We apologize for displaying unsettling documents in our campaign. Balenciaga also said they would take legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items for the campaign. But then photographer Gabrielle Galimberti, who shot the bear ad campaign, responded to the controversy on his Instagram and slammed Balenciaga for throwing him under the bus. Galimberti explained that he was not entitled in whatsoever manner to choose the products, nor the models, nor the combination of the scene. He said that he was only and solely requested to light the given scene and take the shots according to his signature style, and added that accusations like these are addressed against wrong targets and distract from the real problem and criminals. Following Galimberti's statement, the backlash against Balenciaga grew even more, with fans accusing them of using the photographer as the scapegoat. So after a few days, Balenciaga suddenly changed their story and shared another statement saying that the two separate campaigns reflect a series of grievous errors for which Balenciaga takes responsibility. But do you really believe the Balenciaga, one of the biggest fashion brands in the world, works with random third parties? It's safe to say that at this point, no one believes anything Balenciaga says, and people simply want to figure out what's really going on here. What's also very strange is that these recent Balenciaga campaigns are absolutely horrific, and yet none of these celebrities who have been actively promoting Balenciaga spoke out against it. Fans especially wanted to hear from Kim Kardashian, because she became the face of Balenciaga earlier this year, and she has been credited for the brand's recent rise in popularity. But even after Balenciaga's controversial campaigns went viral, Kim continued posting photos of herself wearing both Balenciaga and Adidas. And then finally, after getting bombarded with comments on social media to speak out against Balenciaga, Kim responded to the controversy on a Twitter claiming she's been quiet because she wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for herself how this could have happened. Kim said she was disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns and added that as a mother of four, she was shaken by the disturbing images, and then in 2 follow-up tweets, Kim praised Balenciaga for apologizing and removing the campaigns, and also added that she is currently reevaluating her relationship with the brand and basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with. However, it looks like Kim made the whole thing even worse for herself by sharing this response, because fans are now dragging her for refusing to cut ties with Balenciaga, and they're saying she's literally choosing money over her children. One fan responded to Kim on Twitter saying, "Delete this again and come back with the right statement." One that says, "I'm cutting ties with Balenciaga due to the disturbing images in their campaign involving children. The only statement that should have been made." And another person wrote, "Your statement is very carefully worded, although transparent. Outrage is used so you're politically correct. Evaluating your position and basing it on their willingness to accept their accountability is laughable. Your ex-husband was dropped over a tweet. You just sold out. Speaking of Kim's ex-husband, Kanye was recently asked to comment on the Balenciaga controversy, and he explained why Kim and other celebs are scared to speak out. Kanye West said, as far as none of the celebrities, so this just shows you all celebrities are controlled. See, no celebrities talking about the Balenciaga situation, right? So that just shows you. All of these celebrities out there, don't let them influence you in any way because they're controlled by the people who really influence the world. There's no such thing as a celebrity influencer. That is that. All these people, they're not serving God. If they serve God, then believe what they're talking about. Meanwhile, Kanye has also started repurposing his entire Balenciaga into Ye brand apparel that will cost just $20, and fans are now praising him for taking meaningful action. But now we want to hear your opinions on Balenciaga situation. What do you make of Kim's response? Do you think she'll continue working with Balenciaga? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure you don't miss out on the next story. Bye guys!